All right. So I know what I'm going to talk about now. Um, Lately I've been dealing with a couple. I won't say a lot, but a couple black women, and a lot of brothers can relate to where they're looking for a girl and they're trying to find a black woman that's not really in the black community, or at least in the projects or Section 8, or who's not a hood rat. And they have run into these problems where they find these girls from affluent neighborhoods, and these girls, all these black girls, are whitewashed. They're fantasizing. They're your basically your crystalline Karazines. You're dealing with girls who are whitewashed. You know, they're in love with the white boy, um, or with any non-black. Um, and they'll just kind of look at you with disgust, even though you didn't really do anything. And like deep down, they kind of know that you're a good guy, but it's just the fact that you're black. That's your first and last strike. Well, offense, really. That's your first and last offense. And uh, you know, these girls will talk about, because I debated one, and they'll talk about how in the black community, um, intelligence isn't valued. And I debated this chick, and I had points I wanted to talk to her about, but what happened was that on the Sarge video that he made about Crystal and Karazine's daughter, he ended up kind of, I guess, deleting it or having it on private, and so I couldn't comment anymore. But when this girl was talking about, white boys value, well, the white community values intelligence. I think the thing is that that's stupid and that's kind of dumb. Because the thing is, what do you, as a black person, what do you hear almost every day? The struggles of being an educated black woman. Black people do value intelligence. I mean, shit, you have all these black women in college. Hey, yeah, I know. Not everybody, not all those black females are smart or intellectual. But the thing is, even the average hood rat knows that she needs to expand her knowledge, because honestly, she can't do shit with her GED or her high school diploma. With her, when she knows that her actual reading level is fourth grade, so she knows that she has to kind of up the ante. So these hood rats kind of know the business already. But like I was saying, that's false that black people don't value intelligence. What happens is that black women will be very bipolar. They'll be bipolar to where they'll act like they're the only ones who are allowed to be intelligent. And then because you will never see, you'll rarely see these cases of educated black man with educated black woman. You rarely see that. And sometimes most of the times you see this kind of polar opposite relationship, to where it's an on point black woman. She has a car. She's middle class to a degree. She may live in like in a condominium or something, and think of it as like that Tyler Perry show, House of Pain. Compared to Calvin and Miranda's relationship. Miranda's this kind of rich girl who, lives in a condom. What am I saying? Condom? Condominium. She's middle class, comes from a rich family, yada yada yada. And she's dating this loser, Calvin, who is basically he's a college dropout. I don't know, did he drop out of college? But he's just one of those black guys who want to do everything, but they can't. And what happens is that they just kind of dream of doing this, and then they switch. You know, he's constantly switching his majors. He wants to be this 1 minute, and then he's like, "Oh fuck it, let me do this. Oh fuck it, let me do this. Oh fuck it, let me do this." And so he's basically this dreamer who has no clear goal. He's a complete failure. He lives with his mom. He's not as accomplished as his cousin. Forgot his name, but and I kind of noticed like at the end of House of Pain is that Miranda leaves Calvin and she takes the kid with him, and it's yet again the narrative of educated on point black woman having to struggle and slum herself because she was in love with the college idiot, well, the village idiot, you know, the mama's boy, the the idiot, the player, the guy who can't keep his thing in his pants, the schemer, Calvin. And the thing is, the problem is that females put themselves in these situations on purpose because they like the thrill. But yes, eventually the thrill gets old and it gets too much. And that's when they start complaining. But the thing is that in the black community, especially at a young age, intelligence isn't valued, especially as a black male. Because girls aren't checking at you for your intelligence. Girls ain't giving their head to the niggas on the AB honor roll. Be real. You have your little black hoe in high school. Who do you think she's gonna give the head to? The niggas on the triathlon? Or the niggas on the football team? The team, of course. The football team, of course. So black intelligence isn't gonna be valued at a young age, and that's the problem. Because I've seen this personally when black men go to school, where black men are at school just to be babysat. Oh, your mama just wants you to go to school so, she can go to work and she ain't gotta worry about you getting shot up in the streets or eating up all the food. And in other cases, man, that one slipped my mind. I forgot the other case I was thinking about. But even with my own experience, you know, intelligence wasn't valued. It wasn't valued until the last minute of senior year, where everybody's stressing out of whether or not they're actually going to graduate. The thing is that girls do this. Black women. You swirlers forget that black women put that stress and that this disdain on black male intelligence. You do that on purpose. So that's why you don't have black men who are comfortable being smart. But the thing is, let me kind of, I think I'm going a little too off subject here, but she wants, but with the debate I had with this girl, she was talking about how the white boys value education, but even as a college student, I don't find that true at all because they goof around, they fuck around too. Yeah, they make good grades, but they don't really. A lot of them really just kind of play around. They have white privilege. They really don't have to go to college. They're just there for like social reasons. Hey, I'm going to college so I can be in this fraternity. I'm going to college so I can be in this organization. I'm going to college to make myself a little bit more distinguished from other white males who have white privilege. That's what some of them are doing. I'm going to college so I can party. Yeah, I have those types too. Play football, play basketball, whatever. Thing is that a lot of them don't, all of them aren't walking around acting like they value intelligence. But the thing is that with white intelligence is that smart white people are valued. You know, they're valued because white folks can not monetize their intelligence. It really doesn't have to be real intelligence or knowledge. It can just be they can monetize their own theories. So you can have shows like Ancient Aliens that has absolutely hardly any real facts or evidence, but the thing is that those dudes still get paid money for just talking theoretics. The shit really ain't true. They cover up shit, but hey, they still get paid. You know, white people ain't writing letters to them saying how stupid they are, or that you guys are lames because y'all acting smart. The thing is, there's no revenues for black intelligence. Where can a black intellectual go to get money, or to just get his voice heard? And the thing is like even because I know Sarge says this a lot. He calls it intellectual dishonesty when whites act like they're smarter just because they're white and stuff like that. I had a phrase that I heard that I made up before I heard Sarge. I called it uh, intellectual bullying, and this is what it's basically the same thing, but I kind of describe it as when whites act like they use their entitlements, whether it's like their degrees, where they went to school, or just simply because they're white. And when as a black person you're debating a white person intellectually, they always they will sometimes always kind of down your points. Oh well, oh you're being Afrocentric, you're just an Afrocentrist, or you're just kind of you're basing it off a pro-black perspective. But then again, it's like, hey, you do the same thing on a white perspective, but the thing is, you don't call it white. Because when you're in college, whiteness is basically the standard, so you don't have to call it white this. You don't have to call it you don't have to have a white history month. Damn well, they don't have to do all that. Because they know when you talk about history, the average person might think of, George Washington, Independence Day, um, the Civil War, white stuff. They don't have to put emphasis on that. Damn, my battery's going low. I had a lot of points, but like I was saying, I just kind of ended off with this point on the intellectuals, with whites being intellectually dishonest or intellectually bullying, is that whites don't really value. Um, no, wait, yeah, I would know. Let me scratch that. Whites do value intelligence, but the thing is that they don't really need it. They just need like the power and the white. They just need the sorry for the stuttering. Sorry for the stuttering. They just really need the people who are whitewashed to believe the shit. The minute you see, the minute you see, because I see this a lot, especially with Tim Wise. Even though he talks about racism and white privilege and he's open about that. I mean, he'll say something like, I remember him talking about how Hispanics are going to be considered whites in the future. And Tariq Nasheed's been saying this for the longest. But the thing is when a black person says that same statement, it's like, are you like, people will debate him. Just like, people would debate whether or not George Zimmerman should be called white, should be classified as white. And you had all the schematics of, well, he's a Jew, or well, he's a Hispanic, or he's mixed, blah, 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 this and that. And so we see the dishonesty with whites to where if it's a white person, it's the standard, don't question it, just believe it. Black person, you don't know everything. Are you sure? You're probably basing this off a black perspective, and you probably fully don't understand everything else, and they'll do that shit. White folks, yes, they do value intelligence, but the thing is with the white community is that they can monetize it. It's hard for a black person to monetize their intelligence because we are not given the permission to do that in white supremacy. They'll have like a coon token Negro who may flash his degree or flash where he was from, but the thing is that motherfucker ain't smart, you know. But another thing with um, I think I might make this into this will probably be like a part one because I am tired and I feel that I am kind of getting a little sick. So this will be part one of the false. I'll title this "The False White Knight." Um, and so basically, this series is going to be about how whites are not as perfect as black women want them to be. And so my next topic will be about whites. Um, because I heard this kind of little argument before about how white men historically treats women better, and so I'm gonna like break down and talk about how whites were really the ones who came up with a lot of sexual deviance that we know of today. Give you like a little preview, like compare white porn versus black porn. Black porn is just basically it's basically just there's not like a weird feeling. Like you never get disgusted when you watch black porn. Two black people having sex, or even a threesome. Everybody looks like they're enjoying themselves. They'll get a little wild. They'll do some crazy positions, but it looks fun. And when you look at white porn, it's crazy. You have a lot of shit. You have a lot of these weird fetishes. You have porn that replicates rape. You look at kink.com to where you have girls being tortured. They kind of mock a torture situation, and like you don't see black men coming up with these ideas. You know, black. If you have like a black porn star, he ain't thinking about these little fetishes that these white boys are thinking about. He ain't thinking about um pissing on a girl, shitting on a girl. He ain't thinking about all that. But that's just for a later time. That's just for a later time.